has my loyalty. For me, the drought hasn't been as long. We had the 85 Bears, we had the Bulls run in the 90s. I've hosted the Blackhawks a number of times.
Yep.
The White Sox did win just 11 years ago with Ozzie and Miracle and Burley. So I can't claim that I have the same just visceral joy of some in this White House. But FLOTUS is a lifelong Cubs fan. But in the 8 years that I've been here, I told the team, in the 8 years that I've been here, we've hosted at least 50 teams. Football, basketball, baseball, soccer.
He's really animated today.
Michelle has never come to a single event celebrating a champion until today. Members of the Cubs organization and told a story about what it meant for her to be able to see them win, because she remembers coming home from school and her dad would be watching the Cubs game, and the bond and the family, the meaning that the Cubs had for her in terms of connecting with her father, and why it meant so much to her. And I almost choked up listening to it. And it spoke, I think, to how people feel about this organization. And that it's been passed on generation after generation. And it's more than just sports. And that is not just true for FLOTUS. My longest serving aide, Anita, is a Cubs fan. When they won, the next day, she said, "This is the best day of my life." I said, "What about me winning president? What about your wedding day?" She's like, "No." Chief speechwriter, Tony Keenan. There were a lot of sick days during play. One of my staff members was caught being interviewed at a bar outside. And we're watching him being interviewed. Remember those? And he's looking kind of sheepish about it. Like, why aren't you going? But look, the truth is, there was a reason, not just that people felt good about the Cubs winning. There was something about this particular Cubs team that people felt good about. For example, David Ross and I have something in common. We've both been on a year-long retirement party. Unlike Grandpa, my team has not yet brought me a scooter with a motorized golf caddy, but there's 4 days left. Maybe I'll get that. The last time the Cubs won the World Series, Teddy Roosevelt was president. Albert Einstein, and what was it, Thomas Edison was still alive. The first Cubs radio broadcast wouldn't be for almost 2 decades. We've been through world wars, Cold War, Depression, a space race, all manner of social and technological change. But during that time, those decades were also marked by Phil Cavaretta, Ernie Banks, Billy Williams, who's here today. Lee Elliott's rants, Harry Carey's exuberance, hey, and holy cow. capped off by Go Cubs Go. So the first thing that made this championship so special for so many is that the Cubs know what it's like to be loyal and to persevere and to hope and to suffer and then keep on hoping. And it's a generational thing. That's what you heard Michelle describe. People all across the city remember the first time a parent took them to Wrigley, or memories of climbing in their dad's lap to watch games on WGN. And that's part of the reason, by the way, why Michelle was invited to make sure that Jose Cardenal was here, because that was her favorite player. Back then he had a big afro. She was describing how she used to try to wear her hat over her afro. You could see all that love this season in the fans who traveled to their dad's grave sites to listen to games on the radio, who wore their mom's old jerseys to games, who covered the brick walls of Wrigley with love notes and chalk to departed fans whose lifelong faith was finally fulfilled. None of this, of course, would have happened without the extraordinary contributions of the Ricketts family. Tom met his wife, Cece, in the bleachers of Wrigley about 30 years ago, which is about 30 years longer than most relationships that begin there last. Our dear friend Laura Ricketts met her wife Brooke in the ballpark as well. Brothers and sisters, they turned this team around by hiring what has to be one of the greatest, if not, I mean, he's still pretty young, so we'll see how long he keeps on going. The greatest general managers of all time, Theo Epstein. Jed Hoyer and Jason McLeod, they did just an unbelievable job. Theo, as you know, is his job is to quench droughts. 86 years in Boston, 108 in Chicago. He takes the reins of an organization that's wandering in the wilderness and delivers them to the promised land. I've talked to him about being DNC chair. Wisely to stick to baseball. That brings me to the other thing that was so special about this championship, and that's just the guys behind the team. They steamrolled the majors this year with 103 win record. All you had to know about this team was encapsulated in that one moment in Game 5, down 3-1, do or die, in front of the home fans when David Ross and John Lester turned to each other and said, "I love you, man." They said, "I love you too." It was sort of like Obama Biden moment. And then you got the manager, Joe Maddon, who let's face it, there are not a lot of coaches or managers who are as cool as this guy. Look how he looks right now. He used costume parties, his shaggin' wagon. So he's got a lot of tricks to motivate. But he's also a master of tactics and makes the right move at the right time. When to pinch hit, when to pinch run, when to make it rain. So he set the tone, but also some of the amazing players here set the tone. My fellow 44, Anthony Rizzo. He was part of the squad that lost 100 101 games. He stuck at it, led the National League in All-Star votes this year. His business partner in the Rizzo Souvenir Company, which delivers baseballs to fans in all parts of the bleachers, Chris Bryant. You go from Rookie of the Year to being the MVP, you win the World Series, and then, like me, he marries up and comes to the White House. And he did all this just in 10 days. It took me a long time. So congratulations to the newlywed Jessica and Chris Bryant. Young guys like Baez and Russell. Russell becoming the youngest player to hit a World Series Grand Slam since Mickey Mantle. And you mix these amazing young talents with somebody like David Ross, who, for example, helped Anthony out of his glass case of emotions. Think about what Russell did this final season. Caught a no-hitter, surpassed 100 home runs for his career, including one in his last game ever. If there's ever a way to go out, this was it. And then you got Ben Zobrist, who didn't get to come to the White House last year after winning it all with the Royals, but then hits .357 in the World Series. Go-ahead RBI in the 10th inning of Game 7. World Series MVP. I think he's earned his way here. And is apparently a good guy, because I asked his wife, she was in line before he was, I said, has he had a big hand since he got the whole MVP thing? Oh, he's so sweet, he's so humble. You know her dinner. Extraordinary pitching staff, including Kyle Hendricks, the first Cub to lead the majors in ERA since 1938. This year with a better ERA than John Lester, who racked up 19 wins. Jake Arrieta, 2015 Cy Young winner, stretched a 20-game win streak featuring 2 no-hitters across the past 2 seasons, then hit a home run in the NLDS and won 2 games in the World Series.